Another iconic American actress has fled the United States thanks to Donald Trump, and, well, when you find out who it is this time, it breaks the heart. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. A very swollen David Reddish. Once again, I apologize. On to our story. Life in Trump's America hurts, and not just because of jaw surgery. Tariffs and layoffs hurt the economy. Targeting immigrants with masked stormtroopers and disappearing them to concentration camps hurts our rule of law. And those of us that believe in, or remember a time of true leadership in this country, the kind that has a vision for all Americans, not just the wealthy, the kind of leadership that can bridge the gap between parties, well, living in the Trump era breaks the heart. So no wonder more and more American citizens are eyeing immigration. Already a number of high-profile celebrities have relocated internationally. Actress-singer Courtney Love, comedian Ellen DeGeneres and her wife Portia de Rossi, actress Eva Longoria, actor Richard Gere, and perhaps most prominently, Rosie O'Donnell. O'Donnell and Trump have a long feud with one another, and the taco president has frequently made fun of O'Donnell's looks, while O'Donnell has frequently made fun of Trump's bankruptcies. Recently, however, O'Donnell opened up about her decision to move her family to Ireland and her growing fear for everyday Americans.
Yes, because that's what he has the power now to demand that people lose their jobs, to call out private citizens like myself or like Bruce Springsteen, who spoke out very eloquently about him as well. And this is what they do. They try to silence people, and they put the fear of God in everyone that they're going to lose their jobs.
You've left America?
Yes.
Because of what's been going on?
Because of him. I read Project 2025. That was pretty much the foundation of what he wanted to do. And I said, I have to get out of here. And I left before the inauguration on purpose, because for 20 years, he's been using me as a punchline in all of his jokes.
I know.
And he's a very unbalanced individual. And it's very dangerous to be in his target range. And for 4 years when he was in last time, it was not a good time for me. And I have a little child who's 12 who has autism, and I have to be on top of my game. You know, I have to be mentally and emotionally there and present. And I didn't want to be distracted by him or have him play such a major role in my reality. So I said, where could I go? And this was the only choice for me. Yeah.
Rosie isn't alone, so stay tuned. Indeed, she makes an excellent point about how the right, and particularly Trump himself, love to champion free speech, until, of course, it's speech they don't like. Then it doesn't matter if, as in the case of CBS and ABC, anchors reported facts, or in the case of Stephen Colbert, that he made fun of the president. That's grounds for lawsuits and firings and settlements and cancellations. Not to mention, these are also the same people who complained about due process violations over January 6th arrests. They have no problem with doing away with due process for immigrants or anyone else they don't like. But I digress. Looking at the United States this Labor Day, there's a lot to feel sad and scared about. That's why, in part, another American star has fled Trump's America, calling it, on her way out the door, a show. Actress Robyn Wright, iconic star of such films as The Princess Bride, Forrest Gump, and the political television series House of Cards, knows a thing or two about dirty pool in American politics. Recently, she revealed to People magazine that she's emigrating to the United Kingdom alongside her new boyfriend, Henry Smith. Wright said, quote, I love being in this country, speaking of England. There's a freedom of self here. People are so kind. They're living. They're not in the car in traffic, panicked on a phone call, eating a sandwich. That's most of America. Everything's rush, competition, and speed, close quote. She added, quote, America's a show. Now, in the interview, Wright doesn't name Trump outright, but pay attention to what she does say. People in the UK are kind. They have freedom of self, that people take care of one another and they aren't all driven by greed and speed. The UK, of course, also has a national health service where all citizens can get medical care at little to no out-of-pocket cost, something we desperately need in this country, along with a director of Health and Human Services that actually believes in vaccines. But again, I digress. Trump's America is a mean, vindictive, and corrupt place, one where we live in uncertainty and contempt. I can't blame Robyn Wright for leaving, especially with her new beau. But here at Occupy Democrats, we remember that the true spirit of America, flaws and all, that made this country great in the first place, and that's something Trump will never know. And that's why we stay, to fight for what we believe in. So help us by joining the fight. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't, and keep the word out about Trump's crimes, his abuses of power, and his house of corruption. I'm David Reddish.